Got a penalty flag down.
Skip pass sets up Gabord, and it's time to pluck a chicken.
Walden.
Score another one here. Right on cue, he goes upstairs.
Levine with some speed. Levine fakes a pass. Levine all the way is going to fire and score.
Up top, Druin. He wants a shot, and he's got it! Wow!
But a good one-handed scoop up.
Roy, and then he lights the lamp. Lowers that left shoulder and fires up the Cougar fans. Look at this.
Nice play.
Fake shot by Drunzik, and then he drills it on his way to the ground.
Chase. Extra feed.
Shot, score, game over. Bouvier upstairs. He atones.
Redemption.
35 seconds. Collins is open. The
Bouncing shot is going to win the game for Portsmouth.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Manchester. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough with you, getting set for the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I semifinal between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Exeter Blue Hawks. Two programs, same season-long goal, advance to Saturday's state championship game. Bedford was there 2 years ago. Not long before that, Exeter was in the final spot, but each team's still looking for that championship. They'll go up against Pinkerton. The Astros dethroned Bishop Girton on this field earlier tonight by a final score of 11-9. This one between Bedford and Exeter is the third matchup of the season. They met twice during the regular season. Those were both Bedford wins. The Bulldogs had to do it from behind in their last meeting just a few weeks back. Both teams arrive on the heels of blowout quarterfinal wins. I shouldn't say blowout in Exeter's case. Bedford did take care of Nashua South by a lopsided margin, 15-6, but Dover came close to doing the unthinkable, knocking off Exeter back on the seacoast in the quarterfinal round. The Blue Hawks, though, sharpened their sword, so to speak, survive that test and advance after a 12-11 victory. So Exeter and Bedford set to go here on a neutral field in Manchester in the semifinals.
Yeah, I think Dover was the 4 seed. Props to them for they're just elevating their game. We thought they might be tough when we were doing preseason.
Most regular season wins in program history.
Yeah, love it. And I used to coach against them. They had great legacy, and the Seacoast has great lacrosse. They almost had to come from behind the other day. Great season, but it sharpens your sword. As you said, it wakes you up if you are Exeter. And I expect they'll be wide awake. This is a very, very tough Bedford Bulldogs team, Nick. They've got Duke recruit, Rutgers recruit. They've got excellent face-off play, excellent goaltending. Exeter has the same. It's just Bedford on paper has more of it, Nick. I think they got the upper hand in the 1 seed for a reason, but this is why we play the game.
Yeah, and they've had some contributions really up and down the roster behind those main stars that you mentioned. Of course, Bennett Matthews is the Duke commit, one of the most highly sought-after high school recruits in quite some time. He's ranked nationwide as one of the better players in the country. And the return of senior Brody Helton. He's going to Rutgers. He missed the first few weeks of the season, still getting back into rhythm, but certainly an asset. He scored 3 goals in that victory over Nashua South. But behind them, we've got other guys who have stepped up. Cam Santos has anchored that defense. Ethan Kahn is a veteran goaltender, had 7 saves in the win over the Purple Panthers. And for Exeter as well, it's been kind of a team approach. Not necessarily a household name on this year's team, but certainly they're as deep as they've been in years past, and they play well together.
Yeah, I think so. Just to touch up on Bedford, they had Kobe Rubin step up with 3 goals, 3 hat tricks from three different guys, including Matthews and Helton. And then, guy Dylan Riccio at the faceoff dot is amazing. Bryson Durso, one of the most physical players we've seen all year.
Yep.
And then the Blue Hawks, yes, they have talent at many, many positions, but they have an excellent goaltender we've seen develop over the course of this year in Ronan. Wilbur. He came in on the watch list for good reason. He had 19 saves the other night in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Goalie to goalie, I'm amazed by that.
Some of the keys here, Rich. What are we watching for?
I think Riccio has to be himself at the face-off dot. Exeter's got to make some things happen from the wings. I think you got to get those 50-50 balls, enough of them to keep it competitive. We saw Riccio just dominate earlier in the year when they played these Bulldogs at Exeter. He was like at 85% at one point. Wasn't that correct?
Right.
That was early in the season. But the other thing is, a hot goalie, and we saw one in the previous game, and in Owen Perkins, can take you into another level and make the game close. I played goalie forever. On those nights when I got hot and I was just seeing the ball well, we could keep a game close when we were on paper outmatched. So I think you got to have your specialist show up. That's typically the case. And then they've got to play disciplined defense through the Blue Hawks to combat some of these athletic players for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Bit muggy as we approach game time. Still 80 degrees here, another hot day in southern New Hampshire. And perhaps a little bit of sprinkling showers later in the game. We're going to keep an eye on the forecast. It's an overcast sky above the Queen City right now. Steve Gaudreau on the Bedford sideline, former Pinkerton head coach, former St. Anselm head coach as well. And on the other side now, long time, I suppose, Matt Brewster. Okay to say that after 5 or 6 years, right?
Absolutely, and interesting with the St. A's reference.
Yep.
His predecessor, Drew Bordeaux, now the St. Anselm head coach, and doing a bang-up job, had the team ranked number 2 this season in the nation in D2.
Let's go downstairs for the national anthem.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The Tomahawks prepare players to compete at the highest level, providing access to the best regional and national tournaments for maximum exposure. More than 1,000 alumni have gone on to compete at the collegiate level, including the ACC, Big Ten, Big East, Ivy, Patriot, NESCAC, NE10, and more. At the New Hampshire Tomahawks, players train with the same coaches and teammates, building elite skill, chemistry, leadership, and confidence. Every session combines high-level, position-specific instruction for all positions. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18 with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New
Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Ready to go here in the Queen City. Semifinal number 2. Winner goes on to Saturday's Division I state championship game. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough, and the rest of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire crew, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Starters meeting at midfield. Bedford, the top seed overall after a 16-3 regular season. That includes a 10-1 record against in-state opponents. They did beat Exeter twice in the regular season. Final scores there 11-8 and 16-10. Exeter, the number 5 seed. They survived a challenge on the road against Dover in the quarterfinals. 12-6 during the regular season and 10-5 against in-state opponents. All right, Rich, you gave us a couple of keys. How important is that start for both teams? For each team to come out ready to play, so to speak, right out of the gate?
It's the right question. You want to start well. You don't have to start blazing hot, but you want to start. If you had a good warm up, you want to pick it up from there, and you're instantly in the game. Get that clamp. At least make the face-off competitive against an all-stater like Riccio, and know that you're in the game. That's a good fast start. You want to have a solid start, and you know you're going to be well scouted tonight because the entire Astros team is in the stands.
Exeter begins the game with a pole at the face-off X.
Yep.
That's Logan Schwalje, the senior, headed to Clarkson on the All-State watch list. It's Riccio, though, comes away with the win for Bedford, and the Bulldogs have it first. Top seed in their home whites, black lettering, red trim, those black helmets. They'll head left to right in this first quarter. Exeter in the road, blue, navy blue, jerseys and shorts, white lettering, silver trim. Ronan Wilbur watching from inside the cage for Exeter. It's Bedford's Brody Helton. Hooks up with Matthews. Matthews looking for a clear out here, trying to bull his way to a jump shot. The bouncer. It's a high bounce. Foot race to the boundary. It's going to stay with Bedford. Matthews, the Duke commit. Meanwhile, Durso, speed move. Rebound, shot, score. It's John Purnell.
And he was hurt earlier in the year. They got him back. They've got Helton back. That is why they're in the top seed, deservedly so.
1-0 Bedford as Purnell, the junior, able to get to that ground ball off the missed shot, and then side arm release beats Wilbur.
I got to say, that was
Bedford lead 1-0.
That was one of the longest one-step split dodges I've ever seen. He covered about 3 yards with one lunge, and when he did split those guys, nobody left in front. Impossible even for a good goalie.
Riccio's 2 for 2.
And if he keeps doing that, it's going to be a long night.
Bulldogs looking to attack right away. Helton right to the tin. Got the step on the defender and then squeezed it in just inside that right pole to double the Bulldog lead to 2-0.
Took 14 seconds.
Yep.
And it's all because of number 5 winning at the dot right there. Oh, little split. Drew his man north, went south of him.
Helton, an outstanding football player for Bedford.
Looked like the running back that he is right there.
I was about to say, he came downhill on that play. Whistle, and this violation goes against Bedford. Exeter gets a much-needed face-off win. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I had it wrong. Violation there against Swalje. So
yeah, I thought
Bedford
they were going.
is now 3 of 3.
I thought they were going blue there as well.
Bulldogs will take it. Dax Bakar, the freshman, one of the few underclassmen to see consistent time. Tough pass out in front of the cage. Ground ball to Exeter, but a big hit jars the ball loose. Blue Hawks are there. Chase Barrett, the sophomore, is mauled at midfield. And we get a whistle here again. Blue Hawks with the restart. Alex Kerrigan, one of the players to watch tonight. Junior attack. This is Exeter's first trip. And first possession comes 2 minutes in.
Well, have a good possession here. Spin it. Get yourself into some offensive rhythm. And avoid a track meet with these Bulldogs.
2-0 Bedford. Early goals from Purnell and Helton. Swung back up top. Fished over to the far side. A touch for Matt Wilhelm, the sophomore. Tommy Graves, the junior, with room. A jog and spit a pass near side. Kerrigan's pass is dropped. Griffin Gennard, one of the junior leaders, may have taken his eye off the ball there.
He did. He was looking for the next man, and there was Bennett Matthews lurking.
Long pole shot from Can Santos goes off the pole. Played by Helton off the miss. That one deflected by Wilbur.
Yeah, you got a nice little piece right there. I watched him. He had a good warm-up. He looked like a mechanic, perfect mechanics, square to the ball the whole time. Yeah, pipe, goalie's best friend.
Pass out in front. Purnell swallowed up by Wilbur, and the junior may have stepped in the crease.
Yeah, they waved it.
Going to count that as a save? Even though the shot was
they waved him
on?
out. Excuse me. Yes, that is a save.
I would think so. 2 now early.
I'm always going to give a goalie a save.
For Wilbur.
Nick. It's a brotherhood.
Meanwhile, this one taken away again by Bedford. Pass dropped as some of these first quarter jitters continue to get worked out here. Exeter will take it. Kerrigan flips behind the cage, and Gennard goes back to Kerrigan. Shot there, save upstairs. Ethan Kahn with his first save of the day.
And we saw him make some dynamite saves
Yeah.
in 2 games this season. Kahn can play.
He's a senior. He's also a veteran. Several seasons under his belt at this point.
And there goes a long ball on forced error. Classic.
Yep. Turned over. Barrett with the restart. Now Exeter right to left. 4 minutes in. 2-0 Bedford. Exeter just one shot on cage so far through the first few minutes. Trying to find some spacing. You can hear Coach Brewster. Got his arms raised here, trying to direct traffic. Sam Gibney, the sophomore.
And they got to get him going.
Back up top, step down shot is wide. Good look there for Sean Howe, the senior.
That was fantastic. Beautiful skip pass. They set that up with a couple of passes against the rotation.
Exeter will swing it around. Nearly 5 minutes in, first quarter.
This is a good possession.
Graves for Howe. Howe, the senior, fakes the pass. Comes back near side, and then this one fanned in and out of Kerrigan's stick. It's up for grabs. Bedford can't get to it. Noah Lawless, the freshman, almost came up with it, but lost his footing. Exeter keeps it at this end. We've played 5 minutes. Bedford leads 2-0. You can hear Coach Brewster from up here.
Yeah. He has a classic coach's voice. I can't miss that.
Near side, shot safe.
That was a beautiful shot. Kind of midpoint release, and it rose up and hit the crossbar.
Not sure if Kahn got a piece or not. But it had some zip. It flew all the way out of bounds on the far side. Nearing the midway point, first quarter. Exeter showing patience here, looking for another good look.
They're really working this rotation.
Here comes Gibney, bouncer. That one's set aside. And the Fire stomped out by the goaltender. Couple of saves for Kahn, couple of saves for his counterpart Wilbur. Goaltending already factoring in here in the opening minutes.
I mean, you look at the 19 saves for Wilbur he had in the quarterfinals. Looking back, the game after we saw them, they had just played Hingham, and he had 20 saves against the Harbormen. I mean, Hingham, royalty in lacrosse, you get 20 saves against that squad, you're doing something special. Oh, what a swing.
Meanwhile,
move.
Matthews, here he comes. Left-hand shot, wide. It's the Duke commit. Did get the shot he was looking for, but couldn't execute.
Yeah, he had a swim and a jump all in one movement.
All right, they're going to run Bakar behind the net here, one-on-one against the defender, Sean Howe. Gets the step on Howe, turns the corner, and jams it home. Oh, there's a freshman making a play. Dax Bakar makes it 3-0 Bulldogs.
All right, so he has a hesitate and go. Look at that little jab step. Took the socks off his defender. Wow.
Seems like, Rich, he's gotten better as the season has gone on for Coach Gaudreau.
Without a doubt, I'm a first-year player. They're going to get better, but he's got talent up and down, and he's got the quickness of an upperclassman.
Meanwhile, Exeter hoping to win their first face-off. It won't happen here. Durso comes in from the wing to secure for the Bulldogs, and then a collision at the cage. They're going to count the goal. A flag flies. They're going to pick it up. So no penalty against Exeter. A fourth Bedford goal coming on the heels just 14 seconds after their previous score. Take a look at the replay. Bedford really with their foot on the gas as Purnell gets a second.
Just a great feed, and we saw that earlier in the season. Bryson Durso, physical beast of a player, but he runs with his chin up like a great point guard, and he's looking to pass a lot. We saw him have 6 goals against Exeter in Game 1, I believe, and beautiful feed.
Face-off. Won by Bedford's Riccio.
5 for 5.
Yep. Helton will slow things down. Going to direct traffic and hook up with the freshman Bakar. No, it's Durso. Stepped in front of Bakar, reels it in. Bulldogs looking for space, threatening to build on a 4-0 lead inside of 5 minutes first quarter. Shake and bake, Durso switches hands, looks back door. This one knocked away. Good defensive read by Schwalge. Wilbur, the goaltender, now in control.
Yeah, it's like a golfer trying to hit through trees. He was trying to pass through 2 defenders.
Exeter gets the clear via the far sideline. The long pole, Justin Laranger, one of the senior leaders for Exeter, gets it done. Blue Hawks looking for their first goal as we move towards 4 minutes to play first quarter. Coach Gaudreau roaming the sideline here, hoping his defense can continue to communicate. That's been a strength of theirs, right, this defensive unit?
Without a doubt. I mean, that's just the DNA of Bedford. Kevin Sheridan a couple of years back, All-Stater leader.
Yep.
All-Stater in football as well. I got to coach him.
There's a bouncer and a save.
Yeah, it's a long one. It's easy. I won't say easy. Goalie to goalie, nothing's easy, but
outlet
long read,
down,
and that's going to be easy.
Finished off. Great individual two-way play by the junior Tommy Graves. Comes up with the steal and then the finish to put Exeter on the board. It's 4-1 Bedford.
There's that first save. Retreat. Now looking for the outlet, but you just expose yourself a little too long, and without getting rid of it, tell your guys to arc in a back, go below GLE to buy some extra space.
Boy, Riccio's in rhythm now.
He's pretty good.
6 for 6. Went 21 of 25 last time they met Exeter. Bedford beat the Blue Hawks twice during the regular season. And jumped out in front, scoring the first 4 goals in this one. Looking for a 5th here. Helton, shot saved by Wilbur. on the clear attempt. It's the pole, Barrett in the middle. Barrett giving a pass as he comes down. And now jogging behind the cage is Graves, who scored a moment ago.
It's a nice job right there by Bedford's defense to just stay in good spacing. Their heads were split. There was nothing open on the inside, and there was no room to dodge.
Meanwhile, the lights are on here in Manchester, becoming more and more necessary as the sun begins to set.
Feels like the wind's shifting, too.
Yep. Taking away some of that humidity. Another lengthy trip here for Exeter as they're being contained here on the perimeter.
Yeah, if they get into these big double-digit games against, or anybody against Bedford, really, really problematic, to say the least.
This ball goes through the legs of the intended target, Gennard, and turned back over to Bedford. Meanwhile, Helton, swim move, gets to midfield. Fakes a pass, spin move. Oh, this is Matthews, rather. Matthews, determined to get middle. Bouncer there well off target, but Bedford, via the good hustle behind the cage, is going to keep it at this end.
And where I was going with that, Nick, is Bedford finished out the season winning 8 in a row. In that stretch, they scored 145 goals.
Yeah, we've seen them explode for some gaudy totals. Double-digit scores in both wins over Exeter, 11 and 16, the totals there. Meanwhile, Durso, a lunging backhand attempt, landed in the crease, and the officials give this to Exeter.
And the flip side of that coin, Nick, the only 3 games that Bedford lost this year are their only 3 single-digit games.
That's a good point. 2 of those against out-of-state opponents.
Correct.
1 against BG. Speaking of BG, the champ has been dethroned. After a 5-year run atop the division, the Cardinals lose this afternoon, 11-9 against Pinkerton. Here's a shot and a save.
That was smoking shot
a
right
head
there.
shot there.
Yeah.
Aimed at Kahn's grill. He makes his 4th save of this first quarter.
And I said Sam Gibney can get it going and needs to get it going. That had some serious pepper on it.
Pass middle.
Good ride.
Trevor Avendroth in trouble, lost his footing and the ball. Scooped up by Exeter. Gennard coming right to left. Final 40 seconds, first quarter. Spin move, bouncing shot and score. Griffin Gennard, the junior. An impressive release there to make it 4-2.
Really, and the rollback. So watch him. It looks like he's going to go alley dodge, puts on the brakes, 360, uses his defender's hip as a screen, and even a good goalie's not going to read that quickly enough.
The score comes with just over 35 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So Bedford, they score 4 unanswered to begin the game. Exeter, though, over the last 3 minutes, posting back-to-back scores and climbing back within 2 on the scoreboard.
Taking advantage of Bedford turnovers, that's what you got to do.
Another violation against Exeter's Swalge means another win for Bedford's Riccio, who's now 7 of 7 at the face-off X.
We're used to him doing that, aren't we, Nick?
7 for 7 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bakar finds Abendroth. That shot ends up wide.
But what nice quick passing.
That's Kobe Rubin, the junior.
Yeah, and he had one of those hat tricks the other night that we talked about.
Stepped up in that quarterfinal victory over Nashua South. Meanwhile, Purnell has scored twice for Bedford. Challenged on the sideline. Helton takes over and may have stepped out of bounds.
He did. Got that big old toe right on that line. Should have clipped his nails this morning, Nick.
That leaves Exeter with 7 seconds remaining. Ronan Wilbur fires a pass down the middle. Take in. Coming middle, but being stripped from behind was Alex Kerrigan, who fails.
Yeah, one beat too long. That was it.
4-2 Bedford after 1. John Purnell getting the Bulldogs off to a good start. Exeter looks to rebuild and regroup when we come back. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
And welcome back to McDonough Field. Manchester Memorial, Rich McDonough and Nick Anastas along for the ride. NFHS Sports Network bringing you all the action here in the boys D1, second of 2 semifinals. My man Nick was ironing out a technical issue and is back in the booth. Good to see you.
Didn't know you were going to audition for the role.
Hey, I've done a ton of college and high school play-by-play.
What'd you think of that first quarter?
I think it was – I'm impressed with Exeter's punchback and their stick-to-itiveness. For a minute there, it really looked like we had grease skids and grease lightning was going to happen for Bedford Bulldogs. Exeter didn't get phased. They got a couple of turnovers, a couple of forced turnovers too, and then they were able to convert that into looks and then offense. That's impressive. We saw how explosive Bedford can be, and obviously Riccio is ridiculous at the face-off dot.
Yeah, he was perfect in that first quarter, 7 of 7. However,
right on
lose
cue.
This one on a technicality.
I jinxed him.
Exeter surrendered the first 4 goals. Bedford's John Purnell, Brody Helton, Dax Bakar. And then Purnell again made it 4-0. Blue Hawks 3 goals in the final 3:36 of that first quarter. No, 2 goals in the final 3.5. Tommy Graves, Griffin Gennard, and they're looking for a third here on this trip to begin the second quarter.
Yeah, and those 2 forced turnovers, immediate offense, and they didn't waste any time.
From behind the cage, swung out. And reset up top. Coach Brewster watching with his arms crossed as the offense works the perimeter. Trying to cut the Bedford lead in half here. Winner goes on to Saturday's state championship. Pinkerton is awaiting. The Astros dethroned Bishop Girton earlier tonight. Kerrigan, high pass reeled in overhead by Gennard. And now back behind cage.
I got to say, it was remarkable that Liam Shannon was able to put on the brakes, hang on to the ball, and then dump it out top side to hit the reset switch. Never go in the books. They still have the ball.
Cutter.
Beautiful
Good
offense.
catch, dodge, and score from Sean Howe. The senior able to duck one of the Bedford defenders and then beat Kahn on the bouncer to make it 4-3.
Watch how they go clockwise, topside, then down, and then send a cutter when everybody, all helmets are looking below GLE. Huge amount of acreage in the middle. Beautiful cut right there and good recognition. Excellent setup.
Comes with just over a minute gone by. In this second quarter, the assist from Gennard. And Exeter suddenly, Rich, has scored 3 in a row.
Yeah. They don't care about what seed they are.
Good crowd on hand. A bit of a windy, overcast night in Manchester. Still pretty hot out, though. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Exeter bringing a bunch of fans with them from the seacoast. Bedford a short drive from next door, supporting the Bulldogs wearing white and red. Minute and a half gone by. Bedford wins another face-off, and they're back to business on the attack.
I think they got to pass themselves into rhythm right here. Get in sync, spin it a bit, run a couple plays, be athletic. look at all the room they are giving on this potential X dodge.
Yep.
There it is.
Helton finds the cutter. It's Durso, saved by Wilbur.
Outstanding save right there.
Denies him below the knee, covers up in the crease, and Exeter has the ball. Save number 4 for Wilbur. Outlet pass was dropped, recollected by Cullen Skerritt, the sophomore. Skerritt gets the clear. So the Blue Hawks, after trailing at 1.4-0, they've got a chance to tie the game here as the attack looks to settle in.
And Exeter is in control, and I don't mean they're in control of the game, Nick, but after that 4-0 start, it looked a little grim. They've wrested control of themselves, their team identity. They're doing things that Exeter can do.
Didn't panic, right?
Right. Play yourselves back into the game.
Goal line extended, back up top, swung to the far wing.
And look how poised they are passing the ball right now.
Back up top, Gibney, step down, bouncer too high.
And that's okay. That is a high, hot bounce from big topside. Yeah, it goes a foot over the cage, but it's a darn good look. And had it been 6 inches lower, it's hitting the pipe or deflecting in. Beautiful offense right there.
Just over 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Around the horn it goes. Good movement to your point. Looking for room. Back door. Trying to find it is Gibney. Can't. Does recover. Now will release an offering. Step down. Handled well by Kahn. Another save for the Bedford senior. He's got 5. Now the Bulldogs cautiously look to clear it. Will Frangillo going to hit the gas, go up the sideline, get to midfield. Bennett Matthews takes over. Matthews, Bakar, step down shot, wide left.
He's got a gun. Holy cow. First year player.
He's already scored tonight. Bedford 3 different goal scorers, including John Purnell, who has led the way with 2. Now Bryce Durso wants a one-on-one here with Luke Karen, the sophomore midi. Durso, left hand, stopped by Wilbur. Another sliding stop. This ball stays in play behind the cage. Bakar gets to it. Each goaltender with a handful of stops in this first half.
And some of them were darn good saves. Wow, and there's another
sweeping
one.
shot. Again, cupboard door is slammed shut by Wilbur. Exeter this time gets to the ground ball. Looking for the clear with a long pass.
Oh, good job right there by Bakar playing the miss.
Wilhelm eventually gets to it. Off the fake shot, Gennard shot and score. Not Gennard, rather Alex Kerrigan, the junior, had 3 goals in that quarterfinal win over Dover. He gets his first here tonight as Exeter has tied the game at 4 with 5 minutes gone by in this second quarter.
And he played the miss, come up with it, get a couple of quick passes, cut. It's a give and go. Just we're in the finals, go Knicks. But the beautiful give and go. It works as well in soccer, lacrosse, you name it. Just high IQ ball to recognize that the field was broken and take advantage of it.
Riccio does it himself at the X. Another face-off win for Bedford. The junior has been rolling in this first half. Bulldogs, though, not scored. And now over 11 minutes of game action. Nearly a full quarter after taking a 4-0 lead early in the game.
Bedford just doesn't feel like themselves right now.
Purnell
they're gonna
lost his footing, gets up with the ball still in his stick. Durso swings to Bakar, back door. Big hit, look out. Rubin head over heels on the release, and that'll draw a flag. It's the first penalty of the game.
The Wilbur is on fire right now.
You see here, Rubin denied. Another save for Wilbur. got now 7 unofficially. And then the big hit laid out one of the smaller players. Ruben, to his credit, bounces right back up after taking that tough shot. So Bedford set for an EMO here. We approach the midway point second quarter.
So they got 30-second penalty here on this hold.
Oh, it's 2 penalties.
Oh, I missed the second
Yeah,
one. Excuse me, I was writing down the first one.
Got a hold against Cam Knowles.
Yep.
And I think it's a minute locked penalty against the midi Cullen Scarrett.
Mm-hmm.
So Bedford says, okay, let's do it. 6-on-4 here. Looking to retake the lead at the midway point second quarter. Exeter in a diamond defensively.
Yeah, and they'll flex to a box depending on where the ball location is.
Wing shot, Wilbur's there.
High to high. Didn't have to move, but that's a save, baby.
How about 8 already? Outlet pass goes astray.
And this is the tough part of
Schwalge
down 2, you can't clear.
Couldn't find it. Helton tried to keep it in, but runs out of room. Turned over to Exeter.
So here you got 20 seconds to clear, Nick. So you want to chew up some time. You don't want to take yourself too far away from the midline. And that's a pretty good timeout. Set things up. Good job there by Coach Brewster.
So a timeout. Exeter will have it. They're shorthanded. They stop the clock with an even 6 minutes to go, the midway point of this second quarter. The winner will face Pinkerton Saturday night in Nashua. Of course, we'll be there for the live coverage. Game time set for 5 o'clock Eastern. Earlier tonight, the Astros with a wire-to-wire win. They led by as many as 5 in that fourth quarter. They hang on to dethrone Bishop Girton by a final score of 11-9.
Exciting game. It was Pinkerton's year, but as we got to discuss with the folks at the beginning of the game, Owen Perkins in the cage, lights out. And, we're seeing Wilbur go off, we're seeing Kahn go off, and you and I have gotten in sync on this. A hot goalie changes the way your team can look in the game, and some of his saves are bringing Exeter back into it.
Yeah. You mentioned Perkins, the Pinkerton junior, 15 saves unofficially.
Yeah, he was great.
In that victory over the Cardinals so far in this first half. The senior Ronan Wilbur for Exeter with 8 stops by my count. His counterpart Ethan Kahn with 5 for Bedford.
And both goalies making quality saves as well.
Right.
I mean, we're seeing good shooters, good goalies. But I was watching both. I mentioned about Wilbur, but I was watching Kahn as well. I'm a goalie, so I watch these things.
Sure.
They both had excellent warm-ups. And that's when you can sweat, see the ball, you're giving yourself your best chance.
It's the third meeting of the season between these two teams. Bedford a couple of regular season wins, one in Exeter and one at Bulldog Stadium. The old adage may or may not come into play. It's tough to beat a team 3 times in the same season.
It is. You figure each other out. You get guys back from injury, and Bedford got their guys back from injury too. But you start to see enough game film where you can identify some tendencies you might not have been seeing earlier on in the season. I spent myriad hours in the film room, Nick, trying to figure out who is hanging a butt check a little too long. Maybe we could lift it or something like that. And, Matt Brewster can do that. He has a very sharp mind.
Oh, I'm sure both these head coaches are very familiar with the film room. Exeter,
I still do it, Nick.
Exeter, they're shorthanded by a player. They killed the first penalty.
Yep.
And they'll get a clear here with Chase Barrett, the sophomore long pole defender.
My guess is they don't have a penalty clock here, unlike Stellos, where we'll be on Saturday, but my guess is about 15 seconds left.
Keep an eye on the player in the box. That's Cameron Knowles for Exeter. Blue Hawks looking to kill time. And looking to shield the ball on the far side is Gennard. He's got 2 defenders trailing. Make that Kerrigan as he comes behind the cage. Meanwhile, this clock ticking. It's been a fast-moving first half. Just over 5 minutes to go until halftime.
So he might have gotten a 2-minute lock, Nick.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
It was a big hit. We've seen some big hits.
Yeah. Oh, all day long.
Tonight.
I mean, Bishop Girton tried to out-physical Pinkerton. at the beginning, and they took 2 man-down goals because of the physicality,
right?
High hits and stuff like that.
And you could argue that ended up being the difference. At least that was the margin.
Certainly
the
actual mathematical difference, yeah.
Right.
But it changes your team psyche.
Meanwhile, Exeter still shorthanded, trying to kill off the final seconds of the penalty. Tommy Graves.
They got it.
Yep. It's going to get us back to even strength here with 4 minutes and change remaining.
Coach Brewster fired up, but gave him a stern look as he left the penalty box.
Here's Gibney, given room by Santos, who awaits the challenge. Gibney trying to shield with his left shoulder, keeping the stick in his right hand. Now swung behind the cage. Graves, far side, Gennard. Now Kerrigan coming off the screen. Kerrigan draws a double team. Goes left, pass. Somebody's open.
Yep.
There he is. No, overhead. Backed up by Gibney. Step down shot goes off the crossbar.
Wow.
Ball rolls all the way to midfield, and it's tapped to the right and then scooped up by Exeter's Howe. This long possession continues as the Blue Hawks look to grind down this clock. They've kept Bedford off the scoreboard for the final 7 minutes of the first quarter and this entire second quarter.
Been an impressive effort here by the Blue Hawks. And now you feel like you're in the driver's seat.
Here he comes downhill, pushed off his track at the last moment.
It's a good job defense
Karen
by Abendroth.
Yeah. Abendroth against Karen. Somebody's open on the wing, shot wide there from Wilhelm.
That was sweet. They just played the slide, waited for it. Wilhelm stepped right into space, shot at the far pipe. It looked great. Do it again.
Inside of 3 minutes to go until halftime. Pass gets out in front, and that one may have been redirected by Kahn. Hard to tell.
No, I think a D guy got a pole on it, and it deflected. But all the fortuitous bounces right now, they're going to the Blue Hawks.
Right. Good job by Kerrigan on the backup as well. And now Wilhelm, the sophomore, looking to dance away from the long pole defender, Jacoby de Jesus. Wilhelm picked up by Abendroth, trying to run him off the screen. Another switch. And a pass for Kerrigan. Swim move. Kerrigan trying to get to the cage. Lost his footing. Slides right back up. This is the possession that would not end for Exeter. Gibney, step down, shot and score. There it is.
There it is, and he's got a cannon. I was looking for him to get going, and he certainly has. But, man, how many times can you get a loose ball, and how many times can you get a look and a backup?
How about 5 unanswered by Exeter?
How about it?
They take their first lead at 5-4 with just over 2 minutes to play until halftime.
And you can see right there when he was stepping in, Gibney's stick like a golfer, it was flexed. And all that energy comes out of that carbon fiber shaft. The ball picks up speed like that, and it's hitting 90 miles an hour.
That's when you can tell that there's some power behind it, right?
Without a doubt. And he had all that space, but they set him up for, a month for that one? Yeah.
Just about. Another Bedford win at the X. 10-1 in favor of the Bulldogs in the face-off department. And yet they trail 5-4. Final 100 seconds before halftime. Bedford looking to tie it. Matthews, swim move, taking on the whole defense here. Goes over the shoulder with a pass, ends up on the ground before the freshman Bakar can recover.
So the question is, last several minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes of playing time, where have been, Helton and Matthews? They have been doing a great job of swallowing these All-Americans up right now.
Bedford has been kept off the scoreboard for the last 18 minutes of game action.
And now Helton's got himself a shorty, and he bumped him away from him in order to create space for that pass.
Here comes Helton downhill. Nico Thomas is the defender trying to keep up. Helton, shot saved by Wilbur. Redirected up into the night sky, kept alive inbounds behind the cage by Bedford. The Bulldogs continue to chip away here. Shot, score, it's Purnell's third. That one from deep.
Talk about some mustard on it, huh, Nick?
Incredible. Purnell has looked good here. Ties the game
wing
at
dodge.
5. Defender in his face didn't matter.
Holy moly.
How about the placement as well?
Placement, the speed. It's a midpoint release. Just eyeballing that thing. Zap! Right over the head. And a goalie who's been playing lights out right there, can't track that one even though he didn't have any screens.
So the Bulldogs end the drought that lasted over a quarter and a half. Another violation against Swall J, another Bedford win at the face-off X. Bulldogs can take the lead before half, 45 seconds. Matthews, stop and start. Backdoor, Durso, tough catch, makes a man miss, and then fires just over the net.
Boy, he is just a strong athlete, isn't he?
Durso?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of Bedford's better football players.
Yeah, I haven't had the fortune to see him play football, but
I'm sure you
I can imagine.
Final 30 seconds. Helton over the shoulder, tried to sneak one.
There we go.
Went
They got a
wide, taken
chance.
away
They got
by
plenty of
Howe,
time.
and now here it comes left to right, Scarrett.
How about the wheels?
Across midfield, Scarrett, Kerrigan. Backdoor dropped by Graves.
Yeah, it was just too far inside of him. Had to reach when it should have been catching it loaded.
Covered up in the crease by the goaltender, finds Matthews. Matthews closing seconds, trying to put this on Cage. It goes wide right. Foot race to the boundary, leaves 1.5 seconds remaining. Bedford going to keep it. One quick pass, trying to get an alley-oop dunk there at the buzzer. It won't happen. And we go to the halftime locker room tied at 5. Well, really a tale of two quarters as Bedford scored the first 4 goals. Led at 1.4-0. Exeter responded with 5 in a row, bridging the first and second quarters. In the final minute of action, Bedford's John Purnell gets a hat trick and ties the game at 5. So that is where we are. It's been goaltending and defense through 24 minutes. Coming up, stats, highlights, analysis, full recap, and a look back at the Pinkerton Bishop Girton semifinal battle earlier today. All that in just a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, which happens to be the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I semifinals here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. We're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The Tomahawks prepare players to compete at the highest level, providing access to the best regional and national tournaments for maximum exposure. More than 1,000 alumni have gone on to compete at the collegiate level, including the ACC, Big Ten, Big East, Ivy, Patriot, NESCAC, NE10, and more. At the New Hampshire Tomahawks, players train with the same coaches and teammates, building elite skill, chemistry, leadership, and confidence. Every session combines high-level, position-specific instruction for all positions. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18 with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another lacrosse program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Welcome back here to Manchester. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough. 5-5 our score as we get set for the third quarter. Bedford jumped out 4-0. Guns a-blazing to begin the ball game. John Purnell, Brody Helton, Dax Bakar, and Purnell again. Seemed like the Bulldogs were going to roll. That's when Exeter seemingly woke up. They strung together 5 straight to take a brief lead. Bridging the first and second quarters, Tommy Graves, Griffin Gennard, Sean Howe, Alex Kerrigan, Sam Gibney, 5 different goal scorers there. Final minute, Purnell again. The junior gets a hat trick, ties the game, and here we are, Rich, a brand new game as we begin the third quarter, even at 5 apiece.
And we got to talk about it in the first half there. Incredible stick-to-itiveness. Believe in your team. You know you're a good passing team, and that can get you into rhythm. I keep saying it. I know it's a broken record, but that's me being in rhythm, both as a coach and a player. And they did exactly that. They're not worried about the hot start. We got to talk about a hot start. And, yeah, you want to start hot, but you want to still be who you are. You don't want to do anything rushed. Stay with your game plan. Now, game plan is Riccio at the face-off dot is magnificent.
It's now on 12-13.
Yeah, impressive. We said as he
Shot.
goes to goal. But you win 11 of 12 face-offs in one half. You're lopsided in the lead, right, Nick?
Yeah, I'd imagine that would be enough to put your team in front, but the counterpart to that is, of course, the goaltending play of senior Ronan Wilbur. 8 saves unofficially for Exeter in that first half. His counterpart, Ethan Kahn for Bedford, with 5.
And I'd say 6 of those saves took almost sure goals away.
Yeah.
How can he keep it going? He's pretty talented.
Durso captures the loose ground ball along the sideline, seeking some safe space here up top.
I've been watching Scarrett, who's on Durso right now, number 27, all night. Very physical, very fast, even though he gives away about 25 pounds to the athletic Durso.
Helton shot, saved by Wilbur. And there's a Bedford player down after the play.
He's down. I don't see any flags down. But they got it. Legal body check. It's going to be 1 minute.
You could hear the official up here.
Yep.
2 penalties against Exeter in that first half, none against Bedford. Jackson Laranger, the senior, not pleased as he heads to the penalty box and drops down his right knee. So the Bulldogs, another EMO here. If I recall correctly, Rich, they took an early shot on their previous EMO, and they take an early shot here. It ends up wide. There's nobody in position behind, and Exeter gets the ball.
Yeah, as a longtime coach, it's maddening. You know, you get a shot that early in sequence with nobody home, and it, you know, a good, like I just said, Exeter's a good passing team, and Scarrett here is fast, one man clear, and he's going to get a chance. Oh, unless he finds a turf monster, but they're going to call a trip.
Flag flies.
That's going to be interesting. I'd like to see that replay if we got it. I don't know if we will. Here we go. Oh, I don't know.
Wait a minute, they're picking up the flag now.
Are they? Did they just wave it off? Yep. No, they got him.
Oh, they did get it. Okay.
So they called a push, not a trip. Trip would be a minute.
Now 4 Exeter penalties. And for the second time, Bedford has a 2-man advantage. Can the Bulldogs wrestle the ball back? The question. Oh, no, it's on Durso. You're right.
Yes, because you still have that first penalty, so it's 5 on 5 for the moment. And we don't have a scoreboard penalty clock here, so we can't tell what the overlap is. Oh.
Good pick. Long pole. Paul Gondro, coach's son, with a high IQ play.
And
but he runs into trouble. The trail check forces a turnover. Exeter is right back on the attack, looking to retake the lead with 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Loose up top. Gondro in the mix for the Bulldogs. Cam Santos able to scoop for Bedford. Nobody home at the other end of the pass, though, and it's taken away by Swalje for Exeter. Some of the Exeter fans wanted a penalty.
Yeah, they had the penalty had been released.
2.5 gone by in this third quarter. We're still tied at 5, which was our halftime score. Lights becoming more and more necessary here as darkness begins to settle in. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough with you from Manchester. Semifinal number 2. Earlier today it was Pinkerton over BG, ending the Cardinals' reign as D1 champs. The Astros await the winner in Saturday's Division I championship, which comes your way at 5 o'clock. Karen tried to slither his way out in front, lost it near the crease. Bedford has it.
Yeah, he tried to go a little kind of GLE dodge, and Santos was waiting on him to hang that stick, and he did. Took it right away.
Now Matthews looks for a cutter. There's Purnell on the doorstep for the finish.
Too easy.
Well, they get the stop, they get the clear, and then they get the goal near the crease to put Bedford back in front 6-5. Good pass from Matthews. Purnell now with 4 goals for the Bulldogs.
Well, and down low, Cameron Knowles was waiting for Matthews to just run by his man and get a long slide from the left side of the crease. Didn't happen because he looked him off, and all of a sudden, wide open.
So Bedford got what they wanted there. And now the red-hot Dylan Riccio looks to stay hot for Bedford. He falls down. He was pushed by Swalje. Another Bulldog win. Now 13-1 at the X.
And it might be his most dominating percentage all year.
I'd imagine. Durso, Bakar closed out quickly. The freshman trying to scramble here, backtracking. Being hounded by the long pole, Cam Knowles. Now Matthews, Purnell, shot, score.
Unbelievable.
That's Helton on the assist, not Matthews, but Purnell starting to put it together. 5 goals, including 3 in a row.
Alley dodge, and they're just waiting on Matthews or Helton. The Rutgers and Duke commit respectively. They're just waiting too much. You got to play lacrosse. You can't just play 2 guys.
You can see Matthews and Purnell in the shot there, but it's Helton who celebrates in animated fashion. He's come a long way, injured himself at the tail end of the football season. And it took until the month of May for him to return to game action for Bedford, so still climbing his way back towards 100% gets an assist there.
Well, Riccio won the draw, but then lost the ball. So he gets a win. He gets a win, but then he loses, and give them another ground ball. The Blue Hawks. That's lacrosse, man, right there.
Meanwhile, Gibney, in no hurry behind the cage, wants a one-on-one against Durso.
They do not want Bedford to get double digits.
Here's Wilhelm, a bouncer. Kahn was ready there.
So that basically functioned as a turnover. It's a save, but it's a long read, and for a quick goaltender like Kahn, he's not going to miss that. And he's great with rebound control, so you might as well just throw it to him.
Half a dozen saves now for the Bedford senior, Ethan Kahn. Bulldogs a 1-goal lead, 5 minutes in third quarter. A 2-goal lead at 7-5. Back-to-back goals to begin the half from junior John Purnell.
Nice skip.
Yep. Shot. Durso. Some mustard on that, but it goes wide left.
Boy, I tell you what, Wilbur thought he had that ball because he was closest to it at the end line when he exited the cage.
Meanwhile, Laranger in pursuit.
Boy, he is tough.
The long pole along with Swalje making things difficult, and Wilbur comes up with a long interception. Outlet, Gibney. Free pass to midfield. Gibney, left side. Kerrigan, near side. Graves across the zone trying to find Wilhelm, who may have taken his eye off it. Gaudreau crashes the party, and the ball ends up out of bounds.
It was just too low. There was a feed. They were just trying to feather it in to each other's pockets. Just couldn't get enough webbing on it right there. But, boy, that was nice-looking passing by Exeter.
Midway through, third quarter. Bedford a 7-5 lead. Exeter trying to cut that lead in half. Howe putting the moves on Baker. Gets out in front, takes a shoulder, keeps his balance, finds a shooter, and there's the save by Kahn. He denies Gennard from out in front.
Boy, and I tell you what, Howe got roughed up on that one.
It's been a physical game. Bakar spins his way across midfield for the Bedford clear. The freshman lost the ball.
Beautiful lift check in tight right there by Barrett. And my read on him all season have been solid ball pressure. We saw it right there.
Got a flag here coming against Bedford. We play on. Kerrigan in transition. Hooks up with Wilhelm. Back to Kerrigan. Takes a hit from Santos. Lost the ball. Santos still in the mix. Kerrigan trying to close. And this one is still anyone's guess. Big pile up now on that far wing. Again, there's a penalty coming against Bedford. Exeter, though, is going to play on with possession.
Boy, just gritty play right there, especially from Kerrigan, who's not the beefiest guy on the field right now, but he's playing like it.
Certainly playoff effort there.
Oh, without a doubt.
So this tournament action has been high energy from the get-go. Inside of 5 minutes. Exeter with a free position here, free possession. Going to get a shot from Gibney, a save from Kahn, and a whistle from the officials.
Goalie's turning it up a bit, Nick, huh?
Yep. We got 9 stops on the Exeter side from senior Ronan Wilbur, 8 for Bedford's Ethan Kahn. And the second penalty against the Bulldogs comes right here. Against Brody Helton. The Rutgers commit helmet off, having a word with the official in the penalty box.
So you got to get into it relatively quickly here. Maybe spin it a little bit, but you got to get dialing into it, maybe 15, 18 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Exeter, Rich, has not scored in nearly 10 minutes of game action.
Kind of mirror image of the game flow.
Yep. Bedford went on a long drought.
Fake ball trick.
Did not score throughout most of that second quarter. Exeter yet to get on the board in the third. They'll do it here on a bouncer.
I can't believe that worked.
Gennard goes 5-hole. The EMO goal brings Exeter back within 1 at 7-6.
Watch this here. They get a little fake. They had faked it up top. They carried it down left. The goalie was still looking topside. Holy moly.
It's Gennard's second. And again, the first since halftime.
And it was the Gibney faked the big shot from out top. And that froze the goalie just long enough to 5-hole him up.
That ends a streak of 3 unanswered goals by Bedford. 7-6 Bulldogs. The winner goes on to Saturday's state championship game where Pinkerton awaits. Riccio, another win, this time facing Colored Skerritt at the face-off X.
And I got word, Derryfield knocked off Portsmouth in the first of the D2 semis.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there'll be a new champ in both D1 and D2.
Yep, that's good for lacrosse.
Unless you're a Portsmouth or BG fan. Backdoor, tough catch. Bakar with room, shot and a score.
Yeah, he's not going to miss that.
The Bedford freshman cashes in for the second time, and the Bulldogs rebuild a 2-goal lead at 8-6.
So watch him go low. Bakar, just see how he just feels his way into space, gives himself all kinds of time, and he's able to take 1, 2, 3 steps at it, almost like an NBA not traveling call, and then able to just get that extra mile or 2 per hour. No chance for a goaltender in that one.
Riccio lost the stick.
That's the only way he's going to lose a face-off.
It leads to a victory for Exeter's Skerritt. The Blue Hawks down 2, look to go back to work here with inside of 4 minutes to go, third quarter. If you're just joining us, Bedford came out swinging, had a 4-0 lead on the board as we get a save from Kahn. That one may or may not have been redirected by the goaltender. Either way, it's a loose ball at midfield.
Yeah, I think that rang iron right there. Oh.
A little bit of a ping-pong effect there as it ends up finally with Exeter.
But you remember in the first half when Exeter kind of righted its ship, it was getting every weird bounce?
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times in a row now.
Blue Hawks look to settle in. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Bedford a 4-0 lead. That evaporated prior to halftime. Bulldogs actually trailed late in the second quarter, 5-4. We were tied at 5 at the break. That one goes wide.
I love the play they just ran. They got everybody in a stack and then just have somebody cutting off the middle, almost like an inverted or a sideways verted 1-4 and a mumbo, which is where you pick inside and outside and vice versa.
Exeter looking for spacing. Gibney, long offering there. Kahn got a piece. Ball stays in play, and it stays with the Blue Hawks.
But Gibney can chuck that rock.
Yeah.
Keep giving it to him. That'll open up somebody else on the backside.
Here's Karen off the screen. Shoots on the run. Kahn, another save. Kept alive by Wilhelm. He'll fire. Kahn is there again.
He's got 6 saves in the period unofficially by my count, Nick, anyway.
Yep, same with me. 11 in the game now.
Impressive display by both fellas.
Final 2 minutes, third quarter. Long pass. Ends up on the ground on the sideline. Taken away by the Blue Hawks. Spin move by Gibney. Spins back to his right. Durso on his hip. Little underhand toss. Leaves it for Gennard. Gennard being hounded by Santos. Trail check there. Ball is loose.
Yeah, Santos is never going to give up on a ball. That's a good timeout.
Timeout, Coach Brewster. Exeter will keep it with $1:34 to go in this third quarter. Well, we talked about it. Great crowd for game one. Big crowd for game two as well.
Yeah, it's really fun to see, Nick. I love it.
The Pinkerton team, they're here. They're scouting their potential opponent. And, of course, the Bedford fans made the short drive over the border into Manchester. Exeter a little further of a trip from the seacoast, but nonetheless, a lot of tradition, a lot of pride with both these programs, and good fan bases, good supportive fan bases come with the territory.
Amen to that, 100%. Also, you know, both sides in both games, as a longtime coach myself, both in Maryland, I coached in Connecticut, and up here with Tomahawks and Hollis Brookline for years. They're led by excellent coaching, who are not just merely coaches, they're mentors.
Yeah.
They coach the whole player, and consequently, when we talk to some of these kids, they're so easy to talk to. They're polite. They get along. They're free with information. Nothing tactical, of course, but they're putting out a good person here in addition to excellent lacrosse, Nick, and it's fun to be with you to do it.
Yeah, Coach Brewster took over a few years back and really maintained that level of play with Exeter. Didn't miss a beat. And they've been competitive really in a perennial Final Four team, we could say, back in the semifinals this year. And then for Coach Gaudreau of Bedford, you want to talk about a lacrosse family. He's got the son on the team. His wife, of course, is a coach at the youth level.
Right.
And he's been around the game at really every level, including the NCAA level, where he was a former head man at St. Anselm.
Without a doubt. And then previous game, you got Delanoy, you got Ablaska in the game, Timberlake, and Riviere, who had an awesome season in D3 and winning their conference. And this kind of breadth and depth is developing in New Hampshire lacrosse. And, we're part of it because Tomahawks sponsor us, and I can't say enough good things about the young men and women who are coming out of the girls and boys programs, Nick.
Seems like the talent pool gets a little deeper each season.
It is. As the popularity of this game grows, and I've been in it forever, almost 50 years, and I'm still feeling I love it as much as I did when I first picked up a stick when I was a kid.
And I'd say the game is more visible at this point.
Oh, yeah, especially when knuckleheads like us are doing a high school game. But I wouldn't trade it for all the tea in China, Nick. It's been a blast.
Meanwhile, two-man game. Sets up a shot and a score for Tommy Graves. The junior comes off the pick, pulls the trigger on a tough angle shot that brings Exeter back within one at 8-7.
Look at this pick, and nobody went. He didn't go. They didn't switch. He tried to get top side of the pick, and he did, but it was too late. So right here, you've got to be talking now. And you've got to say, I got him, you go. But that is part of lacrosse IQ.
Yeah. And well executed on the pick as well.
Oh, without a doubt. And it happens. Yeah, we can look at the replay. It happens in a split second, Nick.
Riccio stays on point at the X for Bedford. Another win. Bulldogs look to rebuild a 2-goal lead, looking for insurance here in the final minute of the third quarter. It's been tight throughout.
His only 2 losses have been when he dropped his stick and he had a violation. Everything else has been a clean win. Well, Exeter had a violation, but a magnificent performance at the dot.
Tough angle shot there. May have hit the pipe.
I think it did. We could hear a little ping.
Yeah. And then good effort on the weak side. It's won by Laranger for Exeter, so it's Blue Hawk ball.
30 seconds. Be interesting what they do here with the clear. You got to get it up and over in 20.
Right. How about this? Across the field on an interception. Abendroth read it well. He was then clamped upon, lost it, picked up by Karen for Exeter, spins past midfield, gets knocked down from behind by Abendroth. Down to 10 seconds.
Great hard check right there.
Back and forth we go. Carrigan gets to it. Long pass up ahead for Graves. Down to 2, down to 1, and Exeter runs out of time. That'll do it for the third quarter, and we head to the final stretch with Bedford in front by the slimmest of margins. 8-7 Bulldogs after 3 quarters. 12 minutes remain. 1 ticket to the championship on the line. Will it be Bedford for the second time in 3 years, or does Exeter, as the number 5 seed, sneak into the final? We begin to find out next. You are watching the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse, not just in the state, but in the country. For over 20 years, 95% of New Hampshire Hampshire All-Americans have been Tomahawks. Looking to get recruited? Their directors help each athlete find the right college fit through individual guidance, strong relationships, and consistent communication with college coaches. The New Hampshire Tomahawks offer year-round training camps and leagues for ages 3 to 18, and spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
8-7 is the Bedford lead as we are set for the fourth quarter here in Manchester. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough, the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I Semifinals. It's been tight most of the way. Bedford got out to the start that Coach Gaudreau was hoping for. They score 4 goals in the opening minutes. Exeter responds with a 5-0 run. We have a 5-5 tie at halftime. That third quarter, Rich, pretty back and forth. Bedford a slight lead here, 8-7 as we begin things in this fourth quarter. This despite the fact that the Bulldogs have now won 16 of the 19 faceoffs.
Yeah, you never see this. I walked up to a fellow coach across the way, and I said, at halftime, I said, whatever it was 11-1 maybe at halftime. I said, 11-1 faceoffs at halftime. Who's winning, Coach? And he started chuckling because we were both thinking the same thing.
Despite all that, Exeter a chance to tie it on this trip. Big goaltending tonight from both teams. Ethan Kahn, 11 saves. Ronan Wilbur with 8 of his 9 stops coming in the first half. Meanwhile, Kerrigan with 2 defenders in the area, trying to swim to safety. Hooks up with Graves behind the cage. And now back deep on the wing, they'll restart. Gibney looking to get the step. Shot, saved by Kahn.
Yeah, he read that all the way. He knew 5-0 was coming.
Able to sweep the wand, sweep the broom to the right. Makes his 12th save tonight. As we get a look at that deep offering from Gibney. Restart behind the net. Fanned out up top. Gennard saved by Kahn.
He's piling them up.
Sure is. 8 of his 13 since halftime.
Sounds
Meanwhile,
like
Bedford having trouble on the clear. They lose it at midfield. The officials blow the whistle. And they're going to give this or keep it with the Bulldogs.
Sounds like we're on the ski slopes right now with the wind starting to whip, Nick.
Wind picking up a bit. Just about at sundown here. This one wide. And the foot race won by the Bulldogs.
Boy, I tell you, we've talked a little bit about it, but Bakar, as a freshman, he's got game.
Yeah.
He really is a terrific player.
Scored twice tonight. And meanwhile, one player who hasn't scored is Bennett Matthews.
Yeah, but I love when he dodges from X. I love it. He inverts, goes from top to bottom, behind the goal, below the goal, whatever you want to call it, GLE. And when he's all alone with one defender, he's just very difficult to stick with.
Well, Swalje is face guarding him, trying to shut off the Duke commit. And as a result, Matthews has had limited touches. Backdoor feed, won't get home. Loose ball out in front. Still looking for it in the high slot is Exeter's Karen. He gets his stick knocked away from behind, and Bedford's going to keep it on this half of the field.
Yeah, Bennett hadn't gotten on the goal, but he caused a yard sale right there.
Right. Now Matthews is in control. Trying to spin his way back middle, reverses direction, draws a slide. Looking for an open teammate, has the freshman Bakar. Bakar is given room, and now Durso hits the reset button. Bedford an 8-7 lead, 3 minutes in, fourth quarter. Pinkerton awaits in Saturday's championship. Durso, shot won't get through. Loose near corner. Bedford gets to it. This is Kobe Rubin, the junior. Rubin trying to toss it to his teammate as he ran by. It ends up on the ground, and now Exeter gets to it.
That's a fantastic round ball right there by Knowles.
Cam Knowles, the sophomore long pole, has played well tonight. Meanwhile, Wilbur is out of the cage. Long pass, hooks up with Karen, just shy of midfield, runs to his left and does cross the 50. Karen still on the move. Santos in pursuit. Karen trying to shed Santos, but the pesky long pole is right on him. Now he gets inside, draws a slide, runs back towards midfield, trying to find some breathing room.
Tell you, Exeter's doing everything right. They're keeping this thing single digits. The biggest thing down the stretch, they're getting good goaltending. Can they take care of the ball?
Can they tie the game on this shot? The answer is no. That one ends up wide left, but will stay at this end with the Blue Hawks. As we get a look at the Gennard offering. Gennard, 2 goals tonight for Exeter. Bedford has been led by the 4 goals from John Purnell. Both goaltenders have stood on their heads at times tonight as well.
Without a doubt.
Bulldogs trying to return to the state championship game for the second time in 3 years for Exeter. I believe the last trip was 2022. Step down shot, save.
Just a long, easy read.
14 stops for Kahn now, who takes his time and now hooks up with his long pole teammate Gaudreau. Gaudreau goes over the top, and there's the completion. And the clear, and now a timeout is called by Coach Gaudreau.
The tough thing in that last sequence, Nick, is that you had a long, good-looking possession, right? And then you take a 14-yard shot with almost no screen and a goalie who's been reading it all night long, and it's high to high, and it functions like a turnover. And when you have a good possession going like that, at this point, it's time for you to get, every good look at the goal you can. What I mean by that is make the next pass, make a better dodge, pull it back out, and then, go wing to wing, go bring it back behind the goal. But getting that gumball from up top, it's almost a turnover.
Well, that was correct. In terms of the last Division I championship appearance for Exeter was in 2022. So it'd be the first time in 4 calendar years, first time in 5 seasons. For Bedford, they were there, and they almost got it done in 2024. If I remember correctly there, against BG, the game was tied in the 4th quarter. Cardinals made some plays down the stretch to win it 15-12.
Yeah, my son was a goalie on both those teams.
Right, so
BG
you remember.
teams, though, that is.
And meanwhile, Pinkerton early today via the 11-9 victory over Bishop Girton. They're back in the championship for the 2nd straight year.
Yeah.
And the 3rd time in the last 4 years.
Just a really well-coached game by Coach Ogier.
Yeah. Had
those fellas ready to play. They clearly watched BG's every tendency. In my opinion, BG didn't look like itself. Missing Owen King, we don't make excuses as coaches and players, but we're up here in the booth, man. I can see the different chemistry that developed when he couldn't come back.
Yeah. So congratulations to Pinkerton.
Absolutely.
They're set to take on the winner of this one between Bedford and Exeter in Saturday's state championship. We'll have coverage, of course, right here on NFHSnetwork.com. Nick Anastas, Rich McDonough with you from Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Bedford had a 4-0 lead in the first quarter, didn't last long. Exeter came back to tie the game at 5 at halftime. Bulldogs had an 8-7 lead going into this 4th quarter, and the first 5 minutes of the frame have been quiet, as both teams have been kept off the scoreboard. Bedford looking for an insurance goal as we approach the midway point 4th quarter.
Just some very good defense happening right there, an occasional turf monster.
Durso's shot stopped. Rebound control by Wilbur as well as he makes his 10th save. Wilbur, a short pass up the middle for Scarrett. Scarrett turns on the gas, gets across midfield.
I really like his game. He's so quick and shifty.
Blue Hawks looking to tie. Karen taking on Santos. Santos repels him. Picked up off the switch by Matthews. Now Gibney takes over the point. Coach Brewster in his right ear. Wants the youngster to make a move to his right, come off the screen. Bedford picks it up off the switch. The Blue Hawks go behind the cage. Midway through fourth quarter. Clock starting to become a factor.
And they're in a wide open set or a circle set right now. Now they're going to flex back into it. Looks like a, wow, wait. They're stacking it way up outside. Get your players away from the crease when you're dodging from X. I thought we were in for a long possession with that huge circle.
Meanwhile, Karen dancing here on the near side wing. It's a patient trip for Exeter. The defender is Santos, who nearly lost his balance. Gibney takes over, comes near side, fakes a pass, now does give it up. Back around, behind cage we go. Gibney, given room. Goes to his left, spins back right. Bouncing shot is wide. It is backed up by Wilhelm and will stay with Exeter. 5 minutes to play fourth quarter. You can tell, Rich, these possessions becoming bigger and bigger as we move forward.
Well, the third rail is allowing Bedford into double figures, and they're staying away from the third rail as much as they can, but you really play with fire when you take a jump shot from 13 yards out.
Gibney. Swung near side as this possession continues. Wilhelm. Given all kinds of room here. They're going to clear it out. Not Wilhelm, but Graves. Graves against Matthews. Speed on speed. Matthews doesn't allow him to get that corner. Back behind cage. 4.5 to go. Somebody's open, but the pass is off target. Trying to find Karen. Gibney going to back it up. And again, Exeter forced to hit the restart. Down to 4 minutes.
This is a 2+ minute possession so far. But they're moving the ball. They're trying offense, so they're not going to draw a stall warning. And if they did, they would have to keep it inside the restraining box.
Here's Ben Gibney. Seen Sam Gibney, but not too much of Ben. Ben going to go one-on-one behind the cage, move to his right, and then get rid of the ball. Back up top to Sam Gibney. Gibney to his right. Bouncer goes off the pole, up into the night sky. It's a jump ball. It's still loose. Mayhem in the top slot. Big herd of a pig pile here. Anybody's guess. Looking, and Bedford comes out of the pack. Big hit. It's Finn LaMarche, the junior, was mowed down, and he's slow to get up as the flags fly.
It's going to be an interesting call here. I can't imagine it would be a hold because it's a slash.
Yeah. One of several big-time hits we've seen here tonight. Fourth Exeter penalty. And it comes at a crucial time here, just over 3 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
So you watch this. Watch the trail. He's running after the play. They're all gassed from. Yeah, there
Matthews.
It is.
Yeah, he got
on
yanked
that
down.
back swing, got him right in the chin. And maybe there when he was down.
Penalty on Exeter's Luke Karen.
See, I thought that first swat was decent, and I am a card-carrying ref. But then the second little jab right there got up into the neck and the chin. And then when he was down on the ground, it gave him an extra little, giving him the business. Remember that call, the Jets game years ago?
Yep. All right. Now, Rich, Exeter's in a tough spot. They're shorthanded here, 3 minutes and change remaining. Bedford has the ball, and the Bulldogs lead 8-7.
Yeah, and you chew up some clock here, but don't forget, you don't want to take yourself out of your offense and deprive yourself of a chance to get an EMO goal here. But you can use 40 seconds before you get into offense here. And this thing started at about, I think, the 3:15 mark.
And if you're Exeter, you just hang back here, or you go out and challenge?
It's too early to go out and press, especially against these slashing Bulldogs.
Knockdown.
Or you can get a knockdown.
Nearly a steal, but Matthews is there to keep it with the Bulldogs. 2.5 to play, fourth quarter. Well, Exeter seems content right now, just hanging back.
There you go.
And that's what they get. A shot from deep there from Helton and a save from Wilbur.
All that, and you take a 15-yard shot, and then you get a chase for it.
Swalje being harassed from Rubin. Gets away from the pesky defender, hooks up with Scarrett. Scarrett hits the gas, gets to midfield. Down the sideline he goes. He makes Santos miss. Exeter may have numbers, but a long pass goes over the head of Graves and out of bounds. Turned back over to Bedford with inside of 2 minutes now remaining.
So you got
a penalty
coming. It's going against Bedford. That's why they felt like they could risk it. But he was looking right up into those LED lights. That's the only angle on the field where the LED bothers a player.
So not Matthews, but Helton into the box for Bedford. The Rutgers commit with no argument. Meanwhile, Karen still remains in the box for Exeter. Minute 56 to go. We've had a scoreless fourth quarter here.
Well, obviously, it's a truism, but this is huge.
Exeter trying to tie the game. They trailed by as many as 4 back in the first quarter. On the EMO. Oh, not yet, rather. Karen's still in the box. Wilhelm off the pick. Comes middle. To his left. Gets in front of Santos. Looking to shoot. Scores, and we are tied.
Wow. Just the will. The will to get himself open. And I was going to say it, 5-on-5, kind of like, simultaneous penalties in hockey. Lots of open field. Look at all the green space backside here.
So Matthew Wilhelm, the sophomore, determined on that play. Gets an unassisted goal, an EMO goal to tie the game at 8 with 1:34 remaining.
And Santos just lunged way out. You're 14 yards from the cage. Don't lunge, because then you've got a faster guy burning around top side of your hip.
Bedford wins the faceoff.
No surprise.
Timeout, Coach Gaudreau. That's Bedford's second and final timeout. It comes with 1:22 remaining. So, we may or may not see overtime, or we may or may not see a last-second game winner here to close out the fourth quarter. Coach Gaudreau, sure, going to go for the throat here. 82 seconds. How do you play it if you're the Bedford head coach?
I think you chew up a little time. Don't take yourself out of rhythm. You got to go be yourselves. Always be yourself. And don't leave them the opportunity with 15, 20 seconds left to get down the field, because they've shown they can strike in a hurry. And I believe Exeter has one timeout left. They do. Anyway, so this is your ball. It's your clock. You have athletes up and down. Durso hasn't made his presence known in quite a while. I would like to see that while everybody's keying on Matthews and Helton. And then, obviously, Bakar is having a great day. And, they're all going to be looking at those guys. I would say number 6 with the ball is a dangerous man right now.
Yeah, Durso has been kept off the goal scorer sheet tonight, as has Bennett Matthews. Got to credit Exeter in that department.
Oh, and Swalje has just been wearing him like, who was that guy? Gary Payton, the
right,
glove.
The glove.
Yeah.
Shutting off the future Duke Blue Devils, so to speak.
And you can see his frustration out there. As Swalje, is going to Clarkson. He's going to Duke. It's just been a great battle to watch.
Here we go. Final 82 seconds of regulation. We're tied at 8. Bedford looking to retake the lead on their first goal of the fourth quarter.
And I can't tell how much time is left in that penalty.
But they've got a man up here for at least a few seconds.
Yeah, I wish we had that clock.
Skipped. Rubin, shot, score, and Bedford takes the lead.
Boy, it didn't waste a second, did they?
The goal comes 21 seconds after Exeter's Wilhelm struck a moment ago. Rubin found the sweet spot there right out in front and let it loose.
And what I say, he's still wearing Bennett Matthews like a glove, which creates impossibly long rotations. And it wasn't even a rotation. We had a guy go from top side to bottom, leaving that top. When he vacated, the goal scorer filled it. Classic lacrosse.
Reggio with the win. Can he secure
Not
it,
yet.
or did I speak too quickly? It's bubbling, it's juggling, and it's turned over to Exeter.
Exeter ball. Boy, that was his first non-violation or equipment-related face-off loss tonight.
He's won 17 of 21, but Exeter gets the bounce there. They get a timeout. And as a result, they've got a renewed sense of hope here with 1:06 remaining, trailing by 1 with possession. Bedford hoping to hold on to a 9-8 lead. The winner, obviously, takes on Pinkerton on Saturday. It's been a fun semifinal here tonight in Manchester. A 2-goal win by the Astros over Bishop Girton in the first game. And now anybody's guess with Bedford leading by 1 here in the final minute of the second game.
Yeah, can't wait to see what Coach Brewster does. Emerges from this huddle. You've got a bunch of scripted plays for settled offense, and but you've got guys who've been making athletic plays all quarter, especially when they've punched back and tied it up or gotten close. It's hard to say. Don't want to script guys into non-athletic offense right now. The positionless play has worked for the Blue Hawks tonight. So stick with it, move the ball, but for crying out loud, you've got to look every ball into your bucket. You have to know that you have it. You can't be looking for the next man without knowing you have the ball.
Here we go. 66 seconds remaining. The Bedford fans hoping the defense can hold out. The Exeter faithful looking for one more goal. It'll be Gennard on the restart. Matthews, the defender. And they collide instantly. Now back for Karen. Final minute, fourth quarter. Karen for Gennard. Staying wide here. They work it behind the cage. Graves trying to shake off Santo. Two-man game far side. Off the screen. Picked up off the switch. Ball's on the ground. Recovered by Kerrigan. Down to 35 seconds. Kerrigan spins to his right, lets it loose. Saved by Kahn. Ground ball goes to Matthews, and he's going to take off right to left.
Not the shot they wanted.
Matthews on the clear. Clock ticking down to 20 seconds. Matthews trying to swim towards the cage. Escapes to his right. Circles away from one defender. We're down to 10 seconds. Skip pass over the head of Durso and out of bounds with inside of 10 seconds.
9.5. Somebody's got to get open in the middle of the field. You can have 2 or 3 passes and get upfield. There you go. There's their first one.
Gibby, 5 seconds.
Now look left. Here we go.
Hooks up there with one more player. That's Barrett. Barrett with a Hail Mary heave. It goes wide, and that will do it. The Bedford Bulldogs, for the second time in 3 seasons, are heading to the Division I state championship game. Following a thrilling semifinal victory over Exeter, 9-8 is the final score. It'll be Bedford and Pinkerton, Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern at Stellos Stadium in Nashua.
Better commute for me. It's right down the road.
Your thoughts here, Rich, on a gritty performance both ways from these two teams?
I don't think Bedford brought their best game tonight. I expect they will when we see them on Saturday. And I give Exeter a heck of a lot of credit. They played their way back and into things when it looked pretty grim early on. And Matt Brewster, kept it in single digits. Bedford's first single-digit win of the season, that being when they're in single digits. So, hey, look, this is what champions do. They find ways to win. And Bedford can beat Pinkerton. They've done it before. It's just going to be a blast to watch this game. And I think when it all comes down to it, the best 2 teams emerged.
Yeah, the lone regular season matchup between Bedford and Pinkerton went Bedford's way.
Yeah, right after the Pinkerton upset of BG.
Right, quite a week. So we'll see what has changed, what has not changed in that short time period since.
And lucky us, we get to do it.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be on the air a little before 5 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Big broadcast day for us at Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We'll be over at Delta Dental Stadium for some of the baseball championships Saturday as well. So it's a full day of high school championship broadcasting coming your way Saturday with us here at Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Rich, your final thoughts?
Well, dare say you're a glutton for punishment. But my final thoughts are that class act on all the way around. We got to be part of it. We saw excellent lacrosse, excellent coaching. I thought the fans and the parents on both sides also class act, and everybody here did a wonderful job at Memorial. This is my first semifinals on the boys' side at Memorial. I did the girls' semifinals. They do a wonderful job.
They do. We want to thank Christine, Jordan, the rest of the staff here at Manchester Memorial High. Very seamless, very easy for us to roll up and set up. We appreciate that. I want to thank our partners with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, including the New Hampshire Tomahawks, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, and Jewett Construction. Speaking of Jewett Construction, the Trade Scholarship Award winner will join us on Saturday. That's Justin Howell of Pinkerton, who, by the way, participated and helped out his team today in the semifinal win over BG. So looking forward to that coming up on Saturday. For our staff here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, that includes Kristen Beals, Matt Beals, another bang-up job. Great 1-2 punch behind the lens for us. And, of course, the whole thing orchestrated flawlessly, once again, by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. Also want to thank Don Boyle and his staff over at the NFHS Network. We appreciate the collaboration and look forward to working with those guys again on Saturday. For executive producer Steve Beals, my name is Nick Anastas. And for Rich McDonough, we're saying so long. Final score, final time, Bedford 9, Exeter 8. This has been a presentation of the 2026 NHIAA Boys Lacrosse Division I Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.